And obviously this house has curb appeal. And I know you wanted a pool with a view. Dude, what are you doing?
You said if I wanted to buy or sell a house in Central Florida that I should follow you.
On social media.
Oh, you got a link? Thank you.
And we're live from Facebook, YouTube, and parts unknown.
Yes. From oh my goodness. Here she is.
Just under the wire. The music just stopped. And
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome. We're glad you're here.
Oh, man. I was busy chatting with people and trying to get this stuff fixed. And oh, man. We're having technical issues today.
Yeah, major.
We're going to have everybody popping up as Facebook user because for some reason, Facebook won't let us post on our page. It's only letting us post on our group.
Yep.
So when you post to a group with StreamYard, unless you give StreamYard your permission, when you put their name up, their comment up, it comes up as Facebook user.
Okay, so we have Holly's here. Kevin is here. Lily's here. So.
And Caleb and Jason.
Yes.
So we have a good fun group, but sorry, it's going to come up unless you're on YouTube or you allow StreamYard access to your Facebook account. It's going to come up as Facebook
and
user.
It's kind of weird. Stan and I were actually just discussing this before we went live that Facebook has made some weird change, and if you have a like I do, my regular profile, Stan has his regular profile, but he also has GCT. He also has the solo show. I have my art page, and now it's making you click on this little circle that's over on the upper right-hand side of your phone screen to switch back and forth from one to the other. And I don't like that. If I want to go to GCT page, I'll just go there. I don't want to have to be switching back and forth. Or if I want to go post something on my art page, I don't want to have to keep touching that little thing to do that. I mean, it's a real pain. So
yeah, and I think that's why we got blocked out. I think what happened was it won't let me register as the Grand Circle Tour because it will only let me register as Stan Solo or the solo show.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm trying to post live on Grand Circle Tour, it's saying this user is not permitted.
Right. Oh,
so that's what's
Facebook,
happening.
If you're listening, switch back. Take this away. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So this is Ken. This is voiceover guy Ken.
Hi, Terry.
Not to be confused with Terry.
Yes.
Dorothy. Yeah. It's frustrating, but hopefully we get this fixed
Oh,
by next week. So for today, we're gonna have everybody's Facebook user, but I
yes,
can see on my
everybody's
iPad over
Facebook
here,
user.
yeah, who everybody
Oh,
is.
And hopefully I can log in on my computer again someday. Oh, this has
And
been
Bee's been having computer issues all
nuts.
day today.
Yes.
oh my goodness.
So,
Do you have a cocktail or a glass of wine with you?
right. Well, I spiked my water with a
Okay.
little fun stuff. So we'll
Okay,
see.
well,
Maybe
I'm
that'll make
having
it.
a glass of wine in your honor, so there you go.
Cheers. Mine's mostly water. It's not really that big. But I did spike it a little bit.
Oh,
I was
goodness
like, oh, it's been a
gracious.
day.
So, Beaches, you're on your phone or your tablet or something?
I am on my phone and I've been having a time trying to prop it. I think I have propped it. It's at a horrible angle, but it's what it is.
It is what
Yeah.
it is. That's right.
Yeah,
I'm
it's not
here. I just wanted to have some fun with you guys. It's been a heck of a day and there's lots of stuff going on at Disney. So I just needed to turn my day around and you guys are definitely doing that, making it better.
There we go. See, this helps.
Yeah, there you go. Terry,
So
sign
the
your
simple
name.
solution is to say who you are with every post.
There you go. Yes. I
So
can't read unless when you post it on the screen, that's the only way I can see it. This is the
yeah,
first
yeah.
time
So
I've
Lily
done it
is
for
saying for you
myself.
to
Yeah.
stay safe.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I hope all of our Florida
GCT
friends are
broke the
going
internet.
to hope our Florida friends are all going to stay safe. I hope that everything that is going to be transpiring weather-wise will not be as bad as what everybody thinks. So,
Beatrice included in that. Oh, look at that.
Yes.
She's gone already.
oh
The
no.
weather
And-
hit her.
Doggone.
Oh God.
The power's out already.
Oh no.
No, I was actually trying to look at something that I was going to say to you guys tonight, and I guess I can't use my phone because I screenshotted some things, and I'm like, oh man,
Oh,
I wanted
no.
to share that. And
So, Beatrice, what did you do to prepare for hurricane coming?
so what we typically do, we have water and batteries and that kind of stuff. We typically keep our phone chargers handy and charged up. That kind of a lot of people, honestly, locals will go to Disney and they will stay at a Disney resort because they know they won't lose power. They know they'll be in a good spot. Disney has got, it's almost like military rations that should something crazy happen, and it should, it's not often that it actually comes through Orlando with the brunt of it. We usually do get rain, yes. We usually do get winds,
Yes.
yes. But if you are at Disney, you typically will not have to have any kind of, a lot of times you'll walk in the parks and it's like nothing ever happened because their nighttime crew is like pulling everything that looks like it's been touched by a storm. You might see a palm frond down or a little bit of, oh, it looks like it rained, that kind of thing. But for the most part, it is not going to be an issue. There are, however, some resorts that have decided that for a few days they are not going to be open. And that's what I was going to share with you. Just because for a couple, and I can't see that screenshot on my phone while I'm on my phone, so I'm improvising as we do. I was going to just look at my phone, but I can't flip over to that right now. It's things like Fort Wilderness, the campers out there, that kind of thing, which is horrible because right now I think at Halloween, it's like the most fun time to be out there.
All those decorations are out there and all that. Yeah.
They are not going to be open for just a couple of days. Let me see here. I've got a report here that just gives me the Disney Resort hotels. Couple things are going to be closed. Like Disney's Typhoon Lagoon will be temporarily closed Wednesday to Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday, I'm sorry.
But their theming is typhoon, so
Winterland, Summerland.
It should just be open and just let everybody have at it, right?
It's all part of the theming.
Winterland, Summerland, Mini Golf, Fantasia Mini Golf, Those are going to be closed Wednesday, Thursday. There are some, here are the Disney resort hotels. It's Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, Copper Creek Cabins at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. And those of you who have stayed there, we know that that's a little soggier. So getting to that area, you might have a little extra rain. So they just shut that area down, and they typically move them to another deluxe, great comparison. Treehouse Villas at Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa, and the bungalows at Disney's Polynesian Villas. Those are going to be closed Wednesday, September 28th through Friday, September 30th.
Wow. Like, I'm surprised the Treehouse Villas, like they aren't prone to flooding. I mean, they're well off the ground. there are a lot of windows, mind you.
To get to them, because I've
it's getting to and from is more the situation, I think.
That's what I'm thinking.
We have a lot of people in the chat that are at Walt Disney World right now. Jeremy Goff is in the Haunted Mansion queue. So who is it right at the hop here? Lily was from Pop Century, I think. And someone else is just outside of Walt Disney World staying at a hotel. So we can get weather reports at the minute from several locations around the Orlando area.
Remote reporters doing the weather.
Ken, I think the worst of the weather for Eastern Canada has gone through. I don't think Orlando's been hit yet.
Yeah, because it's on its way up the Gulf Coast, and it's just going to strengthen as it travels. So, the Gulf Coast is going to get hit way worse than the East Coast. Yeah. They're going to get residuals over there. They're even talking about on our weather in Tennessee that we're going to get some of that's coming up north farther. As the week progresses. So they're going to get rain here. I think they said Friday, Saturday, and possibly into Sunday. We're going to be gone because we're going to Alabama, but we're going to kind of miss the whole thing. So I'm kind of thankful for that, because their weather forecast there is really good. So
Holly's family's in Sarasota. Are they in line for, I guess, the whole state is pretty much.
They say Florida is the whole state is it has plans. But I was actually speaking to a Disney representative working on a vacation that we were trying to do some adjustments to. She happened to be in Tampa, this rep who helps with Disney reservations, and she said in Tampa they have been told to come to Orlando. So she said it can't be that bad if they're telling us to go to Orlando.
Right.
Yeah.
So they say either go to Orlando or go south if you're in Tampa. So if that gives you a little idea, of types of where you might have flown into before and that kind of thing.
I mean, like, I was at Orlando for a Hurricane Irma. I was actually supposed to be on a fantasy cruise, and the cruise got canceled. And it was, I think to this day, is still the first ever 7-night cruise that ever got canceled on a Disney ship because of hurricane. And we were actually sitting watching Fantasmic. Yes, we were watching Fantasmic. And I got a message, and it was from my MEI agent saying that your cruise has been canceled. I'm working on trying to get you a room. Or what do you want me to do? Like, can you fly home? Like, I couldn't fly home. Like, my flight was supposed to be after the cruise.
Right.
Yeah.
I had no place to stay because I'm supposed to be on the cruise ship the next morning. I had one night, So they were able to make me, arrange for me to get some a hotel for a couple of nights, or try to get me flights or whatever. There was all the flights were canceled. I wasn't going to be flying out. So we ended up staying. We cut our vacation short, but we stayed at Walt Disney World an extra 2 days.
Okay.
Is basically what happened. And so we were at Pop Century for the hurricane itself, and 2 days after. And I got to tell you, Disney, not only were you safe, you were entertained.
Right.
They brought characters to the resorts. The resort was completely packed, despite the fact that so many people were canceling their vacations. The resort, every room was taken, because all the locals and all the people from Miami and all that were coming and staying at Disney property, and they allowed them to bring their pets.
Yes.
So it was
Wow.
weird. You cats in the window.
Yep. I have
It's
even
fine.
heard Universal resorts are allowing pets right now too. So
Yeah.
those of us locals who need to seek shelter, if we're in low areas or that kind of thing, because Florida has a lot of water. That's just the way the state is. I think we're okay, knock on wood, but
That's
Yeah.
very clever, Terry.
Terry's saying that she wish she could be there this weekend. Oh, this would be the weekend to be there.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would.
I actually told one of my clients that because they called me on Friday night and they said, talk to me, tell me, should I be coming down? Is this okay? I said, look, I'm going to tell you, I've been here through hurricanes as a guest. Disney is, in my opinion, even as a local, it's the best place to be because you won't lose power. You're not going to be affected. Like, you're not going to have property damage. You're not going to have to drive anywhere. You're just going to go into the parks. And if you're okay with standing a little bit of rain, then go in there and have fun. Because I have a friend who was here a couple of years ago during a really bad hurricane. She said she still to this day says that hurricane was the best part of her vacation because she got to do everything she wanted to do. We threw ponchos on. We threw baseball caps on. We said, I don't care about my hair. I don't care. We're going to go have fun. We went in there. We were playing the game like dodging the raindrops. Ooh, let's go to Country Bears.
Yeah.
And we had the most fun. She, to this day, she's like, that was the best thing that could have happened to my vacation. I did everything I wanted to do. We just said, we're going to make this fun. We're going to not worry about rain and hair and all the silly stuff that girls worry about. We're just going to go have fun. And we totally did.
Well, that was the thing. So, and the other thing too was like when we were there, so we had no tickets. So I went. You know how you could purchase tickets. You know how the more you buy, the cheaper they are per day.
Right.
So I went to the front desk of Pop Century and I said, hey, you know what? I'd like to purchase a couple extra days tickets because we're going to be here for a couple extra days because all the flights are canceled. And the lady at the front desk said, well, if you purchase the tickets and they end up closing the parks because of the hurricane, you don't get a refund. So
you know
I
what
would
they
advise.
did for me though? I had a couple of out of park days worked into my ticket. So when 9/11 came and they shut the parks down, they gave us a freebie for the next day.
Yeah, well, that's what she said. Well, that was the thing. She said, don't buy the tickets because they may close the parks. And if they close the parks, you don't get a refund.
So what did you do? Buy daily?
Well, so she said, don't worry about it. You're still a registered guest here. So we know that you're here. We know we think we had 4-day tickets. Come back to the desk. Don't go to the park because they'll charge you for a new day, but come to the Pop Century desk and we'll fix it for you. We'll add the extra day without it being. I said, okay, fine, no problem. Got it.
Hi, Jason.
I'm walking back to the room and I'm thinking to myself, I should have got that in writing because I've never heard of that before, but okay. So sure enough, the parks reopened. They were closed on one day. We were there another day. The parks were open. We were one more day. We had our flights for the following morning. So I go to the front desk, same cast member. And I said, hey, remember me? You told me that I could get the extra day ticket without having to pay for another full day. And she says, yeah, I remember that. No problem. And she's typing everything in and she says, I can get that for you. You know, I'll just charge you for the 5th day versus a brand new day.
Nice.
And she goes, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And I go, uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
No, uh-oh.
What do you mean? Oh, she goes, well, the system won't let me do that. Apparently, there's no way for me to do that. It will only let me charge you for a brand new single day ticket. It won't let me just add on a 5th day because you used up all your days already. And I went, oh. And she says, well, I got an answer. And I go, what's that? I'm going to give you free tickets. So she gave my wife, and I said, well, that works. That works just fine. So she gave my wife and I free park tickets with park hoppers.
Yeah.
because that's
Well,
because
she
that's what we
did tell
have.
you that, and you were trying to buy it. That was really a
Mhm.
great thing to do. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So
Right.
so yeah, so we got a free day on the mouse. My wife and I, the final day, went to Magic Kingdom. There was hardly anybody there. Everything was walk on. The only thing
Mhm.
that was closed was the railroad, which is still closed.
Oh.
My wife never got to ride the railroad yet. She's never ever
Oh
ridden the
my
railroad. Every time
gosh.
she's gone, it's been closed.
Oh.
And Jungle Cruise was closed because I guess there was trees down and the boats weren't
Oh.
able to go. But
Yeah.
everything else was open and completely wide open.
Hmm.
Wow.
So
Well, before we talk about our actual subject for tonight, let's do the hidden Mickey.
Yes.
Doesn't
who's
that
saying this?
sound like
Lily's saying you've
fun?
never been during the hurricanes. We can add that to my
There
experiences.
you go.
It's not a bad place to be stuck if you got to be stuck somewhere. The characters came out to the resort. They're like, we missed you when you left the park. So it's great.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Cindy. Free tickets, but I'm sure you. I know. I really wanted to pay for them, but she twisted my arm.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to do? You want to do the hidden Mickey? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Hidden Mickey. So this week's hidden Mickey, I feel, is very, very easy. This is a picture I took back in, what did I say, 2015,
I think
2017,
so. Yeah.
something like that. It's still there today. Every one of you, I'm sure, have walked past it. I'm not going to give any clues.
Nope, you just gotta guess.
You just got to guess. Yeah. I mean, if I guess it comes down to it, I'll have to give it a look at
Hey,
Victor's
Victor.
happy with his rollout. Brought to you by Victor. Hang on, Victor. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Right.
Here we go. We got it already. Terry Stitton Doherty got it right off the hop. We knew that one. I knew that was going to be a quick one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
It is so cool, though. I just love this.
Love
Yeah.
it.
So our hidden
Love
Mickey of the
it,
week
love
is
it.
brought to you by DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com. If you're looking to purchase a home in Orlando area, you want to see Victor Naraki for your purchasing and selling needs of homes.
Yes.
Yes.
And I understand Jason's going to be moving there soon.
Yeah. He's
he better
working
call.
on it.
You better call Victor.
I actually think he already did.
Oh,
Yeah.
right on.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got that's where you want to go.
So can
What's-
I do one more quick
Yeah,
thing
you want to
before
talk
we get
about
into
your
our subject?
trip. You did a
Oh,
lot of
gosh.
trip. Which one? You had like 5 in the past 3 days.
Yeah, really.
Halloween on the High Seas was amazing. It was my first time on a Halloween cruise. So it was fantastic to see the Halloween tree and Jack and Sally and all the characters in their Halloween decor. They had the Sanderson sisters, which were made up of Minnie Mouse, Daisy Duck, and Clarabelle Cow. They were so cute. Loved it so much. So I loved the Halloween decor. Loved Halloween night. We all dressed up and it was great fun. I still have a bazillion photos to take off my phone. I just haven't even had a moment to get through them all. So great. The Disney Dream out of Miami was fabulous. So Miami has it was a repositioning. So now the Dream is out of Miami for a while, and it was a great port. It was a great place to be. There was a lot of media on the cruise, and so just lots of fun information. We got to speak with our Disney rep, so we got to find out some things are up and coming and stuff that they're working on. So Disney's always looking at, ways to do it better. They talked at D23 about the next ship coming out, the Treasure. So there's always fun stuff in the works. So it was very wonderful to see the Halloween and the way they celebrate.
It is so fun. We've done 2 of those.
Oh, love it.
So we did it on the Dream and we did it on the Wonder. So
Now, are they doing anything different this year that they had to have all this media? Like, it seems to me they do kind of the same thing every year. Like, what did they have media there for and whatnot?
Well,
and by media, we're talking social media, isn't it? Influencers? That's who they have on.
No, she said
the
radio
entire row
stations and
was
stuff.
radio. Yeah, radio
Okay.
stations from all over the country. There was like the LA station, the New York station, Texas is over here, and like the Orlando station. So they had just like the pool deck, one entire side was just filled with one solid line of tables of radio station after radio station. And
Okay.
even Holly said that her local station is giving away a Disney cruise right now. So I bet you, and I saw Los Angeles, I said, I'm sure it was that table that I
And
walked
it's
by.
probably like we were talking about this last night when we did our recording. So that's something you have to look forward to, another Girls Gone Wild episode.
Yes.
That because the Disney Dream is going out of Miami now, that's why they had all this media coverage.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just because of the repositioning, and they've got promotions for Miami right now, so it's a really good place to sail from.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jason Garcia is saying, I have to reply to you about my cruise. I got the email at work and I keep forgetting to go back and answer.
No worries. Thank you. It was so great to hear from you again after we met. That was wonderful. It's always nice to meet people in person. So he was awesome.
Yeah, there we go. What do we have here? Lily is saying that I don't go on that ride, the attraction that we had the Hidden Mickey on.
Oh,
Tower of Terror. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have to ride that.
Now you can do what Stan
No,
does,
I don't
and
do it
you can
either.
go
I've
to the
never ever
chicken-
done it, but I did take that picture because you can see it in the queue.
He can go out the chicken exit, so you can experience the whole
solo
queue,
exit, we like
which
to
is
call it.
phenomenal, and then just exit. So
yes.
Yeah, so I took that when I was using the solo exit.
I have done the Stan solo exit, and until I decided that I was going to challenge myself, and I was just always so afraid to do it. And now I love going on that attraction.
Yeah.
So
Now, does it give you the feeling of your stomach going into your? Because I can't
not
handle
really.
that feeling.
I feel more because I feel like I just come off the seat.
Ooh.
That's how I always feel. Like
Beatrice, tell the truth. Does it feel like your stomach is going to come up through your?
no.
I have a tough time with drops. I do it when other people are around that want to ride the ride. I also have a love for Tower of Terror. The voice of the Tower of Terror is my client. He's coming to DisCon this week down here. So I was just on the phone with him today. So I do have a special love for Tower of Terror for sentimental reasons, but the ride's a little, drops are hard for me. I do them because I want to enjoy the ride. I love Mission Breakout in California Adventure. I love Tower of Terror here. Splash Mountain's a tough one for me. It's just that one drop, like, that's the thing for me. But I do it, and I can do it. I can get myself through it because I love the ride so much. But it does kind of feel like you leave your stomach for just a brief moment.
Yeah, see, I don't like that. I don't like
Yeah, that part that doesn't even cross my mind. It's the feeling of coming off of my seat when you drop like that. So
Lily is saying my husband wants me to get on the Guardians virtual queue tomorrow. I could say I always did the chicken exit. There you go.
You know what? The chicken exit has great songs in there too, and there's great little seating area in the Guardians exit. So you'll enjoy.
No, there isn't. What seating? No, it's outside in the heat. There's no umbrellas, nothing outside the Guardians exit.
Inside that little stairwell, there's a couple of benches that you can sit and listen to the music. Mm-hmm.
I sat there for 3 hours waiting for Justin to come out.
Oh,
and it was 108 degrees outside and no shade.
So I wonder if from where we get off,
hi Jason,
the ride, that's where I thought you came out into that little stairwell.
Yeah, because the stairwell comes down, and actually what I ended up doing was I ended up sitting by the stairwell. There's a little curb that's about this high off the ground. I sat on that, and the air conditioning blows on you.
I haven't been yet.
There are some benches in that stairwell area.
Oh,
So
okay.
at least there's one or two that
Yeah.
I know I have seen people sitting and waiting for others. And then you come out and there's that mirror so you can check your hair, because when you go backwards, like it totally brings it all over the place. So you can check yourself before you go
Do you
back
have to
out into
take
the
your
road.
ears off? Do you need to take your ears off when you're on that ride?
I do. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know that everyone does, but the first time I took my glasses off too, and I didn't need to do that. But the ears, because there's such a force when you go back the other direction, I think it would blow the ears. Hats and ears are a little bit different, but glasses, I've worn mine.
Okay, mental note taken.
Yep.
Oh.
So speaking of, this is another random thing we weren't going to talk about, but I can't pass it up. You know what else came out today is Candlelight.
Yes.
So I am so very, very excited about the newbie. Oh my gosh, Josh Gad. Gad.
Oh, wow.
Yes. It's going to be a battle between Josh Gad and Neil Patrick Harris to see who gets the most. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a one-up, just all in all. Who gets it, boys?
So is there anyone there when I'm going to be there?
When are you here again?
I'm just before the cruise we're going on.
Okay, so December 4th through 6th is Isabella Rossellini. December 2 and 3 is Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, wow. I'm there. I get December 2nd, I get there.
December 2nd is Whoopi. Yeah, you'll seen her before. She's fabulous. So, I'm so excited. Gloria Stefan is in the mix. Just Cal Ripken Jr., if you're a baseball guy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, I like him.
Yeah. December 21 through 23rd is Cal Ripken Jr.
Olaf reading scripture. Scary thing.
I cannot wait to see Josh Gad. He's going to be fabulous.
Share.
Marie Osmond.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
You get Marta there.
When is she going to be there?
26th. She's probably already booked her trip today. December 24th through 26th. Oh, but you can't miss Christmas. Wow. That's a toughie. Yeah. So she's going to be here then. Personally, it's my Christmas tradition to be in a theme park on Christmas Day. My husband and I, we did that the first year when we were dating. When the boys went to their mom, we went to the Magic Kingdom. So we said, this is our little tradition to have a few minutes together. He doesn't have his parents. I don't have mine. We don't have, blood relatives. Our family is our friends, our Disney buddies. That's our Disney community family. But we always take a few minutes and go people watch on Christmas Day in the park. So I may have to make it. We've always done Magic Kingdom, but last year we couldn't get a Magic Kingdom reservation, so we did Epcot. So now, because of COVID and reservations, we have to kind of plan a little bit. But Marie Osmond, that would be. I might have to go see Marie Osmond on Christmas.
Yeah.
There's a few. I would like to see Whoopi. I'd like to see Josh. I'd like to see Cal Ripken. I'd like to see Neil Patrick. I haven't seen any of them because I've never been.
Me, I haven't either. And, it's the one year that I was there the first time during the holidays, I was there the week before Candlelight started. So I totally missed that. And then the next time I went, at holiday time, that was during COVID and they canceled everything. So I got to get back there now that this is going to be starting up again. So,
and this year is going to be extra special for me. I was actually chatting with, I was on the Harmony of the Seas, the Royal Caribbean ship yesterday at a wedding. And one of, the Voices of Liberty was another guest at the wedding. So we were chit-chatting about Candlelight. And I have another dear friend who just got accepted. She's been auditioning for 7 years. So she is going to be one of the Voices of Liberty. So this year's Candlelight is going to be very, very dear and special to me. Yeah. So, and with this lineup, I'm just so excited for the whole situation. It's going to be fabulous.
Move over, voiceover guy. She's mine. Stay out of the way.
It's going to be fabulous. I can't wait to see her a part of the part of the ceremony up there. It's going to be fabulous.
Yeah. There's exciting stuff coming. I'm excited for all this stuff happening. That's for sure.
Me too.
So we got lots of time left.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
good.
you guys wanted to talk about going to Disney as adults.
Yes.
Well,
Sans kids.
yes.
Whether you
Not
have them or not, going without them, millennials that don't have any kids, us grandparents that go on our own, those of us who have grown children that don't go with us anymore. There you go.
speaking of having grandkids, so I was at the dollar store today buying a bunch of candy, like $30 worth of candy. The lady behind me goes, "Boy, your grandkids are going to be really happy."
What?
I was like, "What?
I'm
What?
gonna be
No, no,
happy.
no.
Wait a minute, this is
I
for
don't have
me. Are you
grandkids."
crazy? Now, why were you buying $30 worth of candy?
Well, Halloween.
You're already getting ready for Halloween?
Well, you got to get the pre-Halloween candy.
Oh, okay. Now, how much taste testing goes on before that
Well,
actually
that's
gets
the
put
thing.
in the
This
bowl?
$30 is going to be gone before Halloween. I can tell you.
Ken and chasing Marie like Holly chasing
Oh my
John
God.
Stamos.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
So yeah, what we thought we would kind of talk about was allears.net did an article about millennials
Mhm.
at Disney and kidless millennials. So we thought we would kind of do our own little version of this and talk about our favorite places to stay as adults. So my first one is Port Orleans French Quarter, hands down. I just absolutely love staying there. Now, I know there's a lot of families with children that stay there because it does have a great water play area at the pool, but it's not overrun with kids. Now, I love kids. I have 5 grandchildren, so don't anybody jump down my throat about wanting to go to
Well,
Disney without kids.
from what I'm reading in the comments, people are all for this. This is the best way to go.
Yeah.
We're on
You
an
know
adult
what?
trip.
I loved taking my boys when they were little. I absolutely loved it. But it's just it's a whole different experience when you go. You guys know this, when you go as an adult, whether you travel solo like Stan and I do a lot, or if we take our spouses with, it's just a whole different kind of experience when you go without children. There's nobody that you have to worry about, what time they're going to eat, what time they're going to bed, what they're going to eat, it's just a whole different experience. So
Yeah, exactly. Now, I guess for some people though, like they tell their boss, "I'm going to go to Disney," and their boss says, "Well, your kids are grown up and moved away already." Who
yeah,
are you going to Disney with?
and
No one ever said that to me. They were like, yeah, you just belong there. It's okay.
I kind of used to get that when I worked at the store that I worked at. And, my boss he was always kidding around with me. He goes, "You're going again?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yes." And he goes, "And who are you taking?" And I go, "Nobody, just me." So,
I don't get it from coworkers so much, but I do get it from customers. Like a
really,
customer will say to me, "Oh, I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks." And I go, "Oh, I was on vacation." "Oh, where'd you go?" "Oh, I went to Florida." "Well, what did you go to Florida for?" "Well, I went to Walt Disney World." "Well, I thought your kids were grown up." "Well, I went by myself."
well, they are.
And then they would give me that look like, "Huh?" Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I had about 3 or 4 customers at that exact
Oh,
same
wow.
conversation with. So,
I used to have on my computer monitor when I worked in TV and sales, I had a little sign that I just taped to the very bottom of the monitor. And I said, every day is one day closer to my next Disney vacation.
there you go. Yeah.
So every day as I worked, if I had, a stressful moment or things got nuts for a minute, I was like, whew, I'm okay. Because every day is one day closer to the next time I go. So.
Yeah.
you know, I like I said, I loved traveling with my kids. I loved showing them my
Mhm.
love of Walt Disney World when they went,
Yep.
and we always had a really good time. But it can be stressful.
Yeah.
And now, you know, it's like I'm reaping the benefits of
You're
Yes.
gonna be reading more
not
stuff,
going with them anymore.
Well,
I'm
I'll tell
waiting
you
for the
my
day that my
favorite.
son asks me to go with and say, "Mom, you need to go," because he has two kids, a boy and a girl, and you know, he said something to me about it, and so did his wife. Oh, well, you could be our personal tour guide, and I'm like, that's fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite was the boardwalk. And the reason
Mm,
I say that is because you can walk right over to Epcot. And
yeah.
honestly, you can walk right over to the Skyliner. I've walked to Hollywood Studios before, but I think I'd walk over to the Skyliner and take
Mhm,
a nice little ride over if there wasn't a
mhm.
long line. And that resort has such great nighttime entertainment.
It
I love
does.
Jelly Rolls. I
Yep.
love Atlantic Dance Hall.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you can have a great adult evening watching the piano bar and, picking out songs you want to hear and dancing the night away. It's fabulous.
One of our favorite bars is there too,
Yes.
Abracadabra.
Yes.
So that's a fun place to go to.
Yes.
And yeah, there's tons of stuff to do there.
Mhm.
So,
There's
and
a
again,
lot of
I mean,
adult things to do. I mean, there's
yeah,
there's fun entertainment on the boardwalk, but that's always, that's fun for everybody. You
right,
don't have to be a
right.
kid to enjoy that.
No,
But the walk over from World Showcase, say for example, you might have a drink in World Showcase and then you come back and you can relax and have fun with the all the other entertainment and the clubs there. And
hmm,
I love that one. That one is a great adult place
yeah,
because you can't bring those kids in the club. I mean, you can't
mm-mm,
bring them. It wouldn't be proper to bring them into Jelly Rolls at 11 o'clock at night,
no,
So
right,
it's a great adult place.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What about you, Stan?
Well, another one for me is like while you're staying at French, I agree French Quarter is probably the place to go as an adult if you're going to
Mhm.
stay. I mean, I'm staying at Pop Century anyways because that's what I can afford, but that's a whole nother story. But visiting a Yeehaw Bob,
Yes.
he does do a lot of kid songs and he does a lot
Mhm.
of things for kids, but the majority of the audience is adults.
Yes,
Yep.
Uh,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
He's
and he
on the
does two,
riverside.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's at Riverside,
he
just down the
does.
river.
He does do. I mean, he does do the kids things because there are a few here and
Yeah,
there in the audience, and so he, you know, definitely includes them into his performance.
but then he
But
takes a
yeah,
break, and the second half, it isn't adult, but it isn't. It's kid friendly, but it's not as kid friendly.
Yeah.
mhm,
Like he'll do a song about beer, and he'll do a
yes,
song of stuff like that.
right.
Uh, so yeah, so absolutely, I think if you have a group of adult friends and you're looking for something
Mhm.
fun to do at Walt Disney World, yeah, Bob is the place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riverside is a really, really nice resort as well. It is more like French Quarter, more on the quiet
Mhm.
side,
Hmm.
especially in the mansion area
Oh, I was
versus
going to say in the Bayou area.
well, the Bayou area is definitely more kid. There's more kids there.
They got the princess rooms in the mansions. Like half
They
the mansions
do.
are princess rooms.
They do. But, you know, the other ones, they're pretty quiet because I've stayed in both. And even staying in the princess room, I didn't hear, you know, an
Yeah,
overabundance of noise
Mhm.
from little kids at all. I
yeah.
mean, we just didn't keep us up. It was very, very pleasant. So
I've
Ken
done
wants
a
to know if you
nice
can get
carriage.
a Dole Whip with vodka.
mm.
I don't think they do have hard
I
Dole Whip, but
think
with
they
not
put
vodka.
don't they put rum in
They
those
have
though?
rum. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
get Dole Whip with a rum
no
in it.
vodka. Ken,
Not at
can you go with
Magic
rum?
Kingdom, but yeah.
I've done a nice carriage ride there before. It was very like a nice, sweet couple, romantic Valentine's Day kind of thing, or in the holiday season, they'll have like sleigh ride kind of things.
Mhm.
So there's like little sleigh bells, maybe, and just
Yep,
little
we're
fun.
actually doing the carriage ride
I
when we're
love
there.
it.
Yep.
So love that.
So another one for me is Wilderness Lodge. And again, I know there's a lot of families with kids that stay there, but it's such a big place that you don't really realize it,
Mhm.
I guess. I just, you see them, but it's like they're not everywhere. Not like some of the value resorts where that's like kid central.
Mhm.
So yeah, Wilderness Lodge is really a lot of fun as well. It's beautiful and it's just so peaceful, and I just it's one of my favorites to stay as an adult.
Wilderness Lodge is weird that way too, because you know that there are kids there, but you hardly ever see them other
Hmm.
than like sitting in the chair you want to sit at on the
Yeah,
Aw.
yeah.
on the deck. But it's very much like the Disney cruise ships. When you go
Hmm.
on a Disney cruise, you know that there's kids on the ship, but you never see them until
Well,
the last day.
and especially if you go into the adult only areas on a Disney cruise ship, you don't see kids anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's the nice thing about that.
Yeah. You
Uh,
got your own pool area, and you can lay out without, you can read a book without having kids right there.
Hmm. How about you, B? What's another one for you that you like to stay at?
So my next one, I would say the Swan Reserve, even the Swan and Dolphin, because those are close enough to both, Epcot and Hollywood Studios. They're
Mhm.
not so kid Disney type of themed. So, but you have a wonderful value room. Swan Reserve has larger rooms. So, if you want to bring a couple of friends and that kind of stuff, they actually sleep more people. They sleep,
Mhm.
it's good for families too, but it's not quite so over the top Disney theming.
Mhm.
The beds are so comfy there. They're so great. So I would definitely say I love the Swan Reserve. It's right there on a miniature golf. So if you want to have like a little adult game on, you can go out there. I have done it. My husband's a golfer, and I can't see the ball when I hit past anything. So mini golf is my game. So
I
I'm
picture
like,
you
I
being
will
very,
play
very
golf with
competitive
you
at
as
miniature
long as
golf, Beatrice.
we'll
Yeah.
have to do that. Yeah,
I
I
think you'd be very
definitely.
competitive.
We
Mhm.
definitely have game on for the mini golf, because that's one that I agree to. That's our compromise. So Swan Reserve is right there. They allow us to park there if we play mini golf, because it's in the Swan Reserve parking lot.
Mhm.
And so that has allowed me to go inside the Swan Reserve and say, "Hey, can I have a little tour? What do I need to see? What is the most that
Mhm.
you can't miss when you come here?" That type of thing. And they're so
Mhm.
friendly and helpful. There are great dining places there. So yeah, Swan Reserve, I'm all in. I love it.
Yeah. I just want to read this comment here about Lily is saying the carriage ride on another adult-only trip for anniversary, but there was a storm and it was canceled.
Oh,
So the
bummer.
moral of
Oh,
this story is don't go to Walt Disney World when Lily's there because the storm seems
oh
to follow her.
no.
And she's
Okay,
there right now and
Lily.
it's coming. So
I was
Oh my
actually
gosh.
here in September one year, and a hurricane had just recently passed, and it was quite, muddy and rainy, that kind of thing. And I
Mhm.
had asked for a horseback ride for my birthday present, because I liked to do different things
mhm.
outside the box of Disney. So we went to Fort Wilderness, we went to the Tri-Circle D Ranch and did the horseback ride. It was quite muddy.
Ah,
So I can definitely understand why that's not going to be open for a couple of days, because it
yeah.
was
Yeah.
very, very muddy. And I was a little nervous on the horse because I didn't want them to lose their footing. And I wasn't a very great rider on those. I like it, but I'm a little nervous because I don't do that often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So Stan, what's
um,
another one for you that you would suggest?
Okay, well, I want to get away from places to stay and more onto things that we can do and whatnot. Uh, on two different occasions when I've gone on a solo trip, I've met couples adults who are also on solo trips.
Mhm.
And I just kind of strike up a conversation with them or whatnot. and we ended up becoming like really good friends and still keep in touch to this day.
Nice.
And we ended up spending the whole day together, and it was because I was by myself. As I had kids with me, they weren't going to hang out with me all day, like,
Right.
and they weren't really strong Disney fans, but
Mhm.
they were at Disney World, and I knew a lot about Disney World, so I started
Yeah.
talking to them about different things. And next, we're having dinner together, and and this happened on two separate occasions with two different couples.
Wow.
So
I've had that happen too. I was actually in the hot tub at Old Key West and struck up a conversation with people who had a lot of things the same and we're still friends to this day. And at the time, we both lived north of Florida and we've all moved down here. And so now we're longtime friends. It's
Well,
amazing what it can do.
yeah, I was talking when we were doing our episode last night. I was telling the girls that when I was staying at Grand Destino on that trip, when I was there in August, that I was sitting at the bar in the hotel and a couple sat down next to me and they were from England. So we just started chit-chatting because I went there before dinner because I had my reservation was still like an hour and a half away. And so I gave them some Grand Circle Tour pins, and so they said they were going to start listening.
Yeah.
So that was really fun.
yeah, well, and that's the thing. Like, you don't get that when you're traveling with kids because you're too busy yelling at Josh to stop picking his nose and for Sally to spit that out.
Don't hit your sister.
That no adults don't want to hang out with you for the whole day.
Yes.
Yeah, Lily is saying
Well,
it was just thunder and lightning that her carriage ride was canceled. So okay, that's fine.
Ah.
Well, the last time I saw Yeehaw Bob, I met a nice couple, and the guy was from Ireland and just such a great accent. So we ended up chatting. We had some extra seats at the table, and it was two of them, and we had two seats. And I said, "Would you like to sit?" And they're like, "Oh, are you serious?" So we made friends just that night. So I mean,
Cheryl, yes, the Caring for Giants tour. That was so fun.
How was that tour? Because that's one of the few ones I haven't
It
done
is
yet.
really good. It's not.
I'm asking Cheryl.
Oh, well, she did it because of me. Because
Yeah, I know. Well, obviously you liked it because you suggested she did. You went, I hated it, Cheryl. You should try it.
Yeah. No, it is. It's good because it's not intense. It's just very fun and informative. It's not like going
There
on
we go. I think it was fabulous.
Wild Africa trek, where that's really like intense.
Yeah.
But this
Well,
was really
that'd be
fun
my-
because it's not
That's my
all
next
day.
plan is a Wild Africa trek.
I want to do that too. I have not done that yet.
The Caring for Giants one or the Wild Africa trek?
Both.
Oh,
Yeah.
But Wild Africa, I really have on my list. I really want to do that.
Yeah, I want to do Wild Africa trek. One of my next
that was
trips.
good.
Yeah.
Dan's done that as well. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
so
one
where are
good
we?
thing about tours with adults. You can do all sorts of stuff like that wouldn't interest kids so much.
right.
What about places to eat if you're going as a solo adult or a couple or a solo, like with Stan's kids, like you said? Not Stan's kids. Stan's
Sans kids.
Yeah.
Well, of course, the ultimate would be Victoria and Albert's, which I don't know if I'll ever do that, but I mean, that would totally, as a couple, that would totally be the ultimate experience if you wanted to do something to
That's
that
exactly what I thought.
Yeah,
extent.
I don't
wouldn't
mind the
keep
price so
bringing
much as
kids
having
to
to
that.
get dressed up to go to that. If I could do it in my shorts and my Hawaiian
Yeah,
shirt,
that ain't happening, Stan.
Yeah, so that's why I'm never doing it.
Oh,
What would
but
you think?
there's so many places to go, that are more upscale that you wouldn't want to take a kid. I mean, you could, but I don't know, you'd probably just feel more comfortable as going as adults or with another couple or whatever.
I would say Todd English's Blue Zoo or Kimonos. Those are great spots for adults.
Yeah.
Yep. We're
even,
going there next month.
Yes.
Or even Le Cellier, the steakhouse
Yep.
in Epcot. Yeah.
Yep. But like Yachtsman Steakhouse and places like that. So yeah.
try to, if you're adult, I mean, you can do it. I mean, we've done it. We've all done it as adults without kids, but Cinderella's Royal Table or the Crystal Palace, that's swarming with kids.
Oh, and the characters are coming back. Yay.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes, they are.
Yay. Yes. Very good. I'm so happy.
Me too.
This must be Terry who wants to go to kimonos for karaoke.
Oh.
I want to do that. I guess.
I never even, where's kimonos for is this at Disney World?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in it's the bar at
Swan and Dolphin.
The
It's
Swan,
one
yeah,
or the other, and I
Dolphin.
always get them confused. I want to say that's in the Swan. I could be
Okay.
wrong. I think the Dolphin is Blue Zoo, but
yeah.
Oh, Terry's here. We got to start over. Or sorry, Mary's here.
Mary's
Mary's here.
here.
Mary's here. We gotta start over.
Missed the whole show, Mary.
We have to
That's
also,
okay.
we also have to
Belated
stop
birthday,
talking about Mary now
Mary.
because
You have an excuse, Mary. It's all right.
yeah.
We'll
We
let
were
you
talking
fly.
about you though, Mary. We're saying about how many people are at Walt Disney World right now.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
she's another one.
Yeah.
I hope
Dolphin
you had
is
a
at Blue
wonderful
Zoo.
birthday celebration.
Yes.
Yeah. She's just getting back from Hollywood Studios. Oh man,
Ah.
she'd be so lucky.
Yep.
Oh
There was a
man.
little rainstorm earlier. My
Yeah.
client texted me and said, "You know how many ponchos I brought with me in the room? 6. You know how many I have with me at Disney Springs right now? 0."
None.
I was like, oh no. Welcome to Florida.
Yeah.
Mary, Jeremy's been here for a while.
No, she means she's at Walt Disney World, but,
Oh,
but
well, yeah.
Jeremy was
But
in
he's-
the chat actually
yeah.
as well.
He's in the chat, so
He was, yeah. I think he left. He was riding Haunted Mansion, and
yeah, he was
Yeah.
At Magic Kingdom. So, but he popped in to say howdy.
Nice.
yeah, always carry
Yeah.
a poncho.
That's always good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I am good at
I-
remembering my poncho. I have to admit that. That's
I
one
was
thing.
so glad that I had a poncho that night that I went to the Halloween party because I was drenched, but I would have been it would have been a
Yes.
lost cause if I wouldn't have had that.
I had
Oh,
the last 2 trips is 0 rain. Chris was at
Ah.
Magic Kingdom getting poured on, and I didn't have any rain on me at all.
Oh my goodness.
The last going to California and Florida. So time to put a cork in this, you two.
yes, we
All right.
do.
Any people in the chat have any final comments or suggestions where they like to go as an adult, what their favorite stops are or places to stay, things like that, things to do. And while they're discussing that, we're kind of putting together a few things. I want to do a group cruise. I want to start kind of talking about that. That's something that I'm planning, and nothing's concrete yet, nothing's written down, nothing's signed, but for people in the chat, something to keep keep in the back of your mind. Don't book anything for late 2024 just yet.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm saying.
Just keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah, because we want
Start
to do
throwing some quarters in the bank over there and just
Mhm.
keep it in the back of your mind to plan some dates.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Lily, thank you very much for joining us, and
Yes.
everyone else. We know you're all busy. You're all half of you are at Walt Disney World.
Right. Which I will be there in 2 weeks.
Sorry, you're right, Mary.
Yeah.
2023. Not 2024.
Oh, 23?
2023. Yeah, fall
Yeah.
fall 2023. Actually, more like winter 2023. We're looking at.
Mhm.
So don't be booking anything yet, everybody. Just
Yeah.
wait for
And
our announcement.
Yes.
Should we see if people prefer West Coast or East Coast as they're throwing ideas out?
People can comment for sure.
Yeah.
Lily's at Epcot tomorrow. Whoops. Epcot
Ah.
tomorrow for Lily.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Alrighty. We got one more ad to play before we sign off. So stick
Okay.
around for this ad because we got an amazing deal for you with this one. And
Yeah.
have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.